LEGO castle sets are retiring at the end of 2025. Today, I'll go over each set that is going to retire and what you need to pick up before the year ends. If you like medieval LEGO content, please subscribe. I post a new video every week. Starting off with the 3 sets that are retiring by the end of this year, we have the Viking Village, the Medieval Town Square, and the Lion Knight's Castle. These sets have been groundbreaking for LEGO Castle and have been a crucial part of its revival, and it is super sad to see them go. That being said, even though these sets are going, there is much more going with it. All their parts on LEGO's Pick-a-Brick site are also going to retire. That means if you wanted specific figures or pieces from these sets, they're no longer going to be available. Let's start off looking at the Viking Village set and which pieces are going to be leaving us. If you are any sort of Viking or Barbarian fan, this set is a must-have. Not only is it one of the best LEGO Ideas sets to ever come out, it's also brought us so many new torsos to the Vikings and LEGO Castle as a whole. These torsos have just been great, especially this one here. I love it so much because I have made upgrades to many of my factions with it. It could even be great for elven factions or an even more modern forestman due to the stag on the back, and I just love it. Another great one is this brown and green one here. This also goes great with many factions, and I'll be sure adding a few more to my collection before they go away. If you like the Viking shields, be sure to scoop some up before they're gone forever. I have some, but they aren't really my thing too much. There are also some really cool printed tiles from this set too that might be worth looking into before they're gone. Some accessories that after this set is gone, who knows when or if they might come back. First is the axe head piece. Now, do I think this is going to be gone forever? Probably not. I could see some sort of Ninjago set having this in the future, but to my knowledge, outside of these castle sets, there's not another one with it. So I'll probably scoop up 10 or so more before it's gone. Another thing is this classic Viking helmet. I really like this helmet, mostly with their horns off, so I'll probably grab a few more since my classic ones don't stick on the minifigure heads that great anymore. Another one is this pearl dark gray Viking helmet. Outside of this set, it was only released with the Build-A-Minifigure stations in the LEGO stores, and those pieces are not carried on LEGO's Pick-a-Brick site usually. I would scoop some of these because I use them with a ton of factions. The pearl dark gray is just such an iconic color. Another thing on my list is going to be the hedgehog shoulder armor. I really like this piece. It's not my favorite color, but I got some FOMO, so I'm going to grab a couple at least. On to the medieval market set. One of the best sets to get for any medieval kingdom in general. LEGO rarely makes sets that include a medieval market or more so a city scene rather than just a castle. I really love this set and I plan to do a review on it here soon once I build mine. With this set, tons of parts are retiring and make me very sad though. Starting with the main thing, all of the peasant torsos and pieces. I've ordered a bunch of these red peasant torsos for a faction I'm revealing later on, but also these olive green and tan torsos are very nice. 5 peasant torsos leaving us at the end of this year is a big deal, so if you haven't picked any up and want more peasant figures, I would do so now. $1.20 for a peasant torso is a pretty good deal, and I have no idea how much they're going to go on the aftermarket later. Along with these torsos though, we have the tax collector parts leaving us. This torso and leg combo has been so great, and they're going to go great with the new Serpent Knight faction that came out. I've already made a faction just out of the tax collector figures that I hope to show off here soon. But if you like a purple faction, be sure to scoop some of these before they're gone. For the animal lovers out there, the goat is going to be retiring from this set. And yes, this goat is a little pricey at $5 a pop, but there was a time where it was over $15 for a goat. So if you don't have any and possibly want some, I'd grab a couple at least. Lastly, the Wolfpack torsos will be retired after this set. This is absolutely devastating. And yes, they do have a set coming out in 2026, but that Bricklink set has already passed pre-order time, so who knows how much it will be on the aftermarket. It's so sad to see a beloved castle faction go away, but at the same time, I'm very glad that I've had the opportunity to build my Wolfpack up while it came around. If you're still building your Wolfpack faction and need some ideas, check out some of my videos that I've done in the past. I like changing them around every now and then, and I'll try to have another one out by the time the Outlaw Forest Den comes out, so hopefully that will give plenty of options for you all. I'm super disappointed that this set is retiring so soon. It's only been out, what, a year and a half? That's really not a great shelf life for a LEGO set, especially since others on this list have been on shelves since 2022. I figured we would have had more time with this set because when I go into a LEGO store, it's never there. So this is really disappointing and honestly a big upset. Lastly, we got the biggest and best set of all, set number 10305, the Lion Knight's Castle. If you don't have this set, I would highly recommend it. I know this set is a lot, but if you can shake it, it's totally worth it. This is the best LEGO castle that has ever been made. I'll be doing a full in-depth review on this set before the holidays in case you want more info on it. But honestly, the set is just wonderful. It's so sad to see this set go, but with over a 3-year time on shelves, it had a great run. But again, the most disappointing thing for this set leaving is the Pick-a-Brick store. It's really going to take a devastating hit. Starting off with the horse bardings, the Black Falcon horse barding is awesome. I only got a few of them because, let's face it, $5 a pop is a bit much, but I can only imagine what they'll be later on the aftermarket. Now the Lion Knights one I'm not too interested in, but at least I got one from the set. If you don't know, horse bardings over time have always gone up in price, so try to get one now before you're subject to the aftermarket, even if it's just one or two. Next we have shields, shields, shields. 3 different Lion Knight shields for the Lion fans, along with 4 other shields that are remakes of the first castle. I personally love the blue one with the French vibe, but I also need to scoop some of the Crusader shields. Another shield to keep on your radar is going to be the silver one here because it can be very versatile. Now I want to talk about the helmets real quick because this might be a good time to stock up. The kettle helmets and the tournament night helmets might be leaving us for a long time. I don't see these two in any of the newer sets, and I honestly don't think they'll be staying around, so who knows if they'll even make a comeback. I know that I love the kettle helmets for guards or crossbowmen, so I'll have to stock up on some for sure. Now the standard nasal helm, the Black Knight helmet, and the Knight visor should stay on the Pick-a-Brick site due to it being in the new 3-in-1 castle. So don't stress too much on these, but if you want the gold Knight visor, definitely pick it up because it's not going to be on there. Lastly, we got this long sword here. This sword is not reprised in the new 3-in-1 castle. This is the older model and might be the last time that we ever see it. If you haven't scooped up some of these, I really would. It brings some great variety into your ranks. Now for some more devastating news. More classic castle factions are going to be retiring. The Crusaders, or the Lion Knights in this case, are going to go. With the medieval market and this set retiring at the same time, they won't have either of these legs or torsos on the Pick-a-Brick site. If you're a Lion Knight fan and haven't finished your faction, now's the time. A big loss for me will be the Forestman parts as well. The torsos, the hats, and the shields will have to say bye to. Luckily, I was able to stock up on a good amount this year, so I feel pretty content. But because the shields are going, if you wanted these for decorations for any MOCs on them, you gotta get them ASAP. The biggest upset I think to all of us though is gonna have to be saying goodbye to the Black Falcons. These guys are my favorite faction, and have been ever since I was a kid. If they were never reprised with the LEGO Blacksmith, I probably wouldn't be into Castle today, and I think a lot of us are in the same boat. These guys have been a staple for army building ever since they returned in 2021. That's 4 years of Black Falcon army building for a lot of us Castle fans. And it's really going to be a shame for those who have too much life going on right now and want to come back to Castle later. They won't have this as an option, because we all know you never fully quit LEGO Castle. You just take long breaks. If you don't have enough Black Falcon torsos, legs, shields, or even the recolor of the Forestman hat, get them before the end of the year. I already have over 40 of these figures, but I know I have to get more because fear of missing out is real for these guys. And honestly, it sucks. Now, on a brighter note, let's talk about a few things that might bring us hope. The Bricklink Designer Program does have some sets with some of these figures. We got the Outlaw Forest Den that has already gone up for pre-orders and will ship out sometime in 2026. Now this set will have the Wolfpack torsos and shields along with some of the Lion Knight parts as well. Then we also have the Alchemist shop on the next Bricklink Designer Program coming out in February. This is also going to have some castle figures as well as peasant figures. Now the design isn't fully finalized, so maybe there will even be a few more on there. We can only hope, and I'll be sure to keep us posted on that. Now, this may keep these parts on the Pick-a-Brick store. If you don't know, the Bricklink Designer Program uses pieces from the Pick-a-Brick store to make their sets. So this may keep these pieces on Pick-a-Brick for longer. But don't quote me on that because it's not for certain. There's also rumors that pieces that LEGO sells a bunch of, they keep on there for longer to make more money. But none of these are absolute fact, so we just gotta be hopeful. I would prepare that by the end of the year, these sets and pieces could possibly be gone forever. Now, I'm not sure if anybody else is really sad about this or really happy that Castle is moving on from this. This really hurts me a lot since these were the sets that got me back into LEGO Castle after over a decade break from LEGO. I know that I'll for sure be doing an order or two before the year ends because it just sucks. And I know myself as well as others have budget constraints and we won't be able to get everything that we want. What hurts worse is that if we don't get it, the aftermarket will be awful later on. This video was honestly so sad to make, but I hope you're able to see some things that you want to get before the year ends. Thank you all for watching until the end. Be sure to check out my channel memberships if you want to be a part of my inner circle, and remember to like and subscribe for more medieval LEGO content every week.